Very nice. There we go. How's everything? I'm sorry about your cousin.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. She about your age?
It was a he, and I'm the youngest of, I don't know, 20 some cousins. And they're like the oldest are in their 80s. So that's what's going to happen.
So it varies. Yeah. Dorothy, glad you could. Dorothy, yay. She made it. We have a new student. She's in the top left-hand box.
Hi, Sandra.
Hello. I put her in a special box. Only I didn't gift wrap her, but she's she's our new gift. So I don't know who's coming. I hope Francine will come. So what I was explaining to Sandra, I want you to do a little fluency reading today, which means I want you to read most of a prayer. Hi, Charlene. Come on down. And I picked out 2 prayers that we've already done. So it's not something that's brand new. And we have already gone over the vocabulary. By the way, in Hebrew, the word for vocabulary is milon, milon. And I will give you a few more of the words. So it depends what Siddur you're using. I have the pages for both. Does anybody have the blue and gray Sim Shalom? Not the skinny one, the regular one. Okay. So the translation for the prayer for peace is really, they made it into poetry. It's not the words of what, and I'll translate for you what it actually says. All right, that is on prayer for peace. It's after the Torah reading, after the Haftorah, and then you have, in our synagogue, we have people come up and they do the English readings. And then the cantor leads this one, Prayer for the State of Israel. In Sim Shalom, it's on page 416. Hi, Denise.
Hello, sorry I'm late.
You're not late at all. You're fine. Just on time.
They
What-
started early.
What
No,
page
it's-
is it on in Lev Shalom?
Okay, so it's Lev Shalom, full heart. Shalom is peace. Lev Shalom,
I'm
yeah,
feeling-
Shalom is full. Shlema is fullness. Okay, so in Lev Shalom, we'll start with that one. It's on 178. And the translation for that is good. That's very good. Actually, the both books have a pretty good translation of that. It's just the prayer that's below it is not as good. So it's Tefillah Lishlom Medinat Yisrael. So Medina is state, and Medinat Yisrael, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Medina is the political state, and Eretz Yisrael is the geographical, the land of Israel. Actually, the land, when somebody dies and they take, the rabbi will have a little bag of soil from Israel and put it in at the burial. That's Eretz, that's land. Okay, you plant the land, but Medinat Yisrael is the political state. And hi, Francine.
Hi, Carol. Hi, everyone.
Hi,
All right,
friend.
so I am going to make you fluent Hebrew readers. And you're going to have some prayers that you really know for sure. When I was doing junior congregation, oops, excuse me. Let me just get that. Hello?
Does anybody know what page it is in the blue book? I didn't catch it. She said
416.
There's no
416.
416.
Which blue book are you in?
Lev Shalom,
Oh.
Sim Shalom, sorry.
Sim Shalem or Sim Shalom?
She's calling it Shalom.
Okay, that's the one I have.
I have that book, that
It's
one,
been-
and it doesn't ever match the one that she says.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know,
thank
so
you.
do I have the Sim Shalom, and it doesn't work. But
Okay,
I
because there's
found
no-
it. I
It's
found
not
it last
blue. It's the blue and gray. So the one you held up is all blue. That's not Sim Shalom. Sim Shalom is 2 colors.
It's
That's all
got gray
blue.
right there.
No, that's
no,
Sim
this
Shalom.
one this one has
Oh,
a
that's
gray
not the same
binding.
book. Okay.
Yeah,
It's
that's
after the Torah service.
After the Torah service. Yeah, I know that. Okay, thank you. If anybody finds the page.
Yeah, it's never been that hard.
I'm still searching.
That's why I
Well,
called.
can't you put it up on the screen?
Oh, that was it, you know, when with depression, what's that disease?
I don't know why I can't find it. I mean, we do it all the time during services.
We do it too, but only in English.
Medication, just ask for.
The American one, but not the Israeli one. That we do in Hebrew.
Someone before they said I could come in on Monday.
Why the heck can't I find it? After the Torah service.
And I think it's also after the Haftarah.
Yeah, but that's not in here.
Are you in the Shabbat prayer book?
I have
That disease would-
returning to Sefer Torah, and then comes the Musa. So, Nida.
Or service.
Let's see the Haftorah.
Damnation.
I'll be right back. Meanwhile, you could take a look at that prayer for peace and start practicing it because I'm gonna see how
Carol, they
fluent
can't
you are.
find it.
Well, we have it. I mean, she printed it out. I mean, I printed it out from what she gave us.
I did print it out. A couple weeks ago. I gave it to you a few weeks ago. It's 178 in the red book in Lev Shalem. And on the facing, it says a prayer for the state of Israel.
I don't see it in my book. I don't know what page.
Try,
We
try,
have,
pa-
we have different pages in your book.
try page 208 in the blue and gray seam shalom.
208.
Yeah,
Look.
Okay, in the Seam Shalom, it should be, well, I have 416, but
yeah, you have a blue seam shalom.
No, 208 does not work for me, but I do have the
Oh.
print out. I don't know why.
I did give it to you. I sent it to you.
Yeah,
a few
no, I
weeks
know, I
ago.
have it, I have it.
Yeah. So
I
it's
don't have.
after the Torah service,
Right,
after the Haftorah, and it's a few pages after that. Cantor usually sings that. And the congregation sings along. It's Avinu, Avinu, Sheba Shemayim, Sor Yisrael, V'goalo. That's how it sounds.
yeah, that's very good.
That's it.
Yep.
I'm on the phone with the doctor, with the eye doctor. I'm trying to get an appointment for Monday. So, but
All right, go ahead, you take care of your stuff, we're still stirring.
you should find that. And it starts at the top with Avinu Shabbat Shalayim, our Father who's in heaven.
I have
Sor-
it on page 149.
Okay. 149, because there's a slim shalom.
Oh, yeah, 149 is where I have it, if you have
Oh,
it.
great.
Siddur
Okay.
Sim Shalom.
But it's a skinny one because they published
Yeah,
the one
that's-
in two volumes, and it's called the Slim Shalom.
Oh, yeah, no, but
And my computer's going
this
crazy.
book,
Mine's doing that too.
it's
I don't
in
know why.
149.
149.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a prayer for the state of Israel, it says on top.
Right. So it's very beautiful. The words, and there's a lot of words, and we went through this once before because I gave you a sheet that had the words. Okay,
Right.
let's see if you know what these mean. What does Medinat Yisrael mean?
The political
State of
state.
Israel.
It's the
Right.
state of Israel.
What does Sur mean?
Rock.
Right.
Ah, good. Ma, oh, Sur, Yeshu. All right, then these words are
Oh,
used.
Rock
all
of
the time.
Ages, yeah.
There you go. Goalo, Goal,
Don't know that one.
Redeemer, Gaal, redeemed. Okay. What's Hagain or Magain David? What do you
Shield.
shield?
Shield
And
of David.
Hagain is the command shield.
Oh, no, not my phone is ringing.
So what does Magain David mean?
Shield of David.
Shield of
David,
David.
shield of David.
Right, and you can
David,
drink that shield. I don't know what's going on with it. Magain David. Okay,
I think it's Sandra's connection.
I don't know. So Sukkot, you know what a sukkah is, right? Sukkah.
Shelter.
Okay.
Shelter.
Sukkot shalomecha. Words that end in cha are possessive. It means you.
Your
Yes,
peace.
hello.
Your shelter of peace.
Yeah, I have all those answers at the bottom of the prayer she sent us.
Yeah,
Oh,
do I. I
okay.
found
I
that.
I
forgot.
feel like I'm cheating.
No, you're not.
Yeah,
You're just,
I am cheating because I'm looking at it, absolutely.
I have one too. I just forgot to look at it. That's all right.
Denise, were you in that
What
new
can I
Women's
say?
League book that came out?
Yes, I was.
That's what, okay, I thought that was you.
Yeah, on the bottom there. Terrible picture. I look terrible on Zoom.
Well, I am using it.
But there was comments by
You
you.
you
Yes,
have to move
yeah.
you have to move your screen down a little bit because you kind of like for the no, yeah, well, either that
Yeah,
works too.
that's better.
We only see
Yeah,
if
they,
it goes up.
I think Wendy, her name is, she had interviewed me a while ago and she emailed me and asked if she could use that. And I said, yes. So,
Yeah, I was looking at it yesterday. Didn't get through all of it, but
Makom B'Yachad is where I met everybody. They're just, if you can ever get on that, we just have the most wonderful time. 3 days a week.
Be able to double check everything.
I'm reading, trying to read this thing.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks. Great. Thank you so much. Okay.
No.
Okay, I'm back. All right, so these are key expressions. Now, or zaru ala tzadik. What is or?
Light.
Your
Oshek,
light.
or the oshek, light. And
Light.
Here,
or,
all those
or
words are at
ha.
the bottom of the page.
what's that?
You gave us all those.
I
words.
know, but that doesn't matter. If I gave it to you in Latin or in French, I'd have to review it with you if I were a good teacher, right?
Right.
Which I better be. I want my,
Repetition is
want
the
you-
mother of all learning.
I want you to be tip top. So or ha, who's light?
Your light.
Right. Who are we addressing in all these prayers?
God.
God.
God is always a masculine ending. And if you have a hard time with that, you have to buy a different siddur. You have to buy a feminist siddur with a feminine endings. Okay, emet,
That's truth.
truth. Okay. So choshech is darkness and or is light, or cha, you're light. Chazak, when we finish a book of the Torah, chazak, benit chazek. Chazak, what is chazak?
Strength.
And then
Strength, be strong, chazak, benit chazek, it's reflexive, and let us be strong. Ooh, reflexive. Benit chazek, okay. And now, Eretz Kodshenu,
It's the Holy Land.
Holy
is
land.
our holy land. Okay, when it ends in nu,
Oh.
like Eloheinu, it's our God. Okay, Elohai, we said, is my God. Elohem is their God. So Eretz, the land, Kodshenu, of our holiness, our holy land. Then I had Simcha, you know what a Simcha is?
That's
Joy.
a blessing, a happy event.
Happy occasion.
Yeah.
And Olam, like we all have the phrase, Le'olam va'ed is forever and ever. And so the nice translation of Simchat Olam, there's something called Smichut in Hebrew, where there's a at ending with a feminine word like Simcha, and it links it to the next word, and it means the Simcha of lastingness. So it's lasting joy, the joy that lasts.
When
Okay.
someone gets a rabbinical degree by smicha, is that the same?
Probably Sameach. Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Nomar. We will say, and
Mhm.
then and the rabbi will say, Vinomar, Amen, Vinomar, and let us say Amen. Okay. So I want someone to read, if you have we've just gone over a lot of the words, the key words in the prayer for the state of Israel. It's a very beautiful prayer. It's really beautiful. I don't think I could write it better, and I like to write, but this is really, it encompasses a lot of the ideas that we want to say about peace. Okay, so does anyone want to read it in English? Does anyone have that Our Father in Heaven, Rock and Redeemer of the people of Israel? Someone?
yeah, I do.
Okay, all right, Denise, why don't you just read it so we can hear how this thing flows?
Okay. Our Father in heaven, rock and redeemer of the people Israel, bless the state of Israel with its promise of redemption. Shield it with your love, spread over it the shelter of your peace. Guide its leaders and advisors with your light and your truth. Help them with your good counsel. Strengthen the hands of those who defend our holy land. Deliver them, crown their efforts with triumph. Bless the land with peace and its inhabitants with lasting joy. And let us say amen.
Now, if you look at all those commands, we are giving Elohim a very big bill of goods here. There's a lot of commands. We're being very demanding because we're saying bless, shield, guide, help, strengthen, deliver, and then bless again. That's a big order, right? That's a tall order. Those are all commands. They're in the command form, and we're saying that in our prayer. We're commanding that God help us. So we must be very needy. I asked, it must have been a stupid question to the person I asked, because at services one day I said, you know, in the Kedusha talks about, they say Shani, about the second redemption. I said, well, the first is coming out of Egypt, right? Yitziat Mitzrayim, coming out of Egypt, and we'll talk about it, of course, on Passover. Do a lot for Passover. I promise you, it's my favorite holiday. We'll do also for Purim. We'll start next week for Purim. And I said, what's the second redemption? Why does it say we'll be redeemed a second time? Shenit, the second time. So what do you think about that? What's the second redemption? The first one was, I can understand that. That's Tachos, coming out of Egypt. I was a slave. Now I'm out, came into Israel. Okay, I got that. What's the second redemption? The Mashiach, the Messiah. So
But it
I
hasn't
think that
happened yet.
it hasn't happened yet. Yeah, but that's
Right.
why we keep praying for it. And so I
Oh,
will leave
right,
that
yeah,
up to you,
okay.
whether you believe it or not, or how you envision that with a time of peace, right? And resurrection and peace and all of that. So, you know, that's another whole philosophical question and something to think about. I guess it was a pretty stupid question when I asked this person why who would pray about it. It's always in the prayers. Okay, so let's see about some Hebrew reading here. I put the numbers 1 to 7, starting with the word Avinu as 1, and 7 was aligned with Ba'aretz. I would like somebody to read this thing. You don't have to sing it. I want to see today sustained reading, that there is a piece of text that you love, that you can really say, that you're familiar with, you know the words, and you can do this fluently. So, if I see you raising your hand there, Diane.
Oh, I was sharpening a pencil.
I'll give a stab at it.
Okay, Dorothy, do you read Torah in your synagogue
Yeah. Yes.
often?
Every couple of months.
What's
I would
wonderful.
read.
Yeah. If you let it be known that you're too good, they'll draft you as a teacher for next year. Okay, I'm doing a reading tomorrow that's fairly long. It's about half a column. And it's right before the 10 Commandments. It's like the intro to the 10 Commandments. So I've been studying it so that I can get through without any mistakes.
But we have the 10 Commandments tomorrow.
We do.
Oh, they were going to stand up for that, right? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All the things you shouldn't do. It's a little reminder. Yes, we are standing at Mount Sinai, Har Sinai tomorrow, Machar. Okay, I'll meet you at Sinai. So I'm doing the reading right before. That's the 5th reading, and 6th there's a little intro, and then it goes low. Don't do this, don't do that. Ani Adonai Elohecha, who brought you out of Egypt. Oy, all right. Is that pencil sharpened?
Yes.
Have you sharpened your wits too?
No.
No. Come now. Let's not be modest. Okay, so come on, see if you can get through this thing. You don't have to rush.
Who did you want to do it? Dorothy volunteered.
You, Diane.
You want me to do it?
Oh, Dorothy volunteered. Oh, you are
I mean, I
sly.
could do it.
Torah.
Diane and the family Stone, otherwise known as Sly. Okay, all right, Dorothy. Take
All
your
right.
time and do a great job.
Avinu Shabbat Shemayim, Sur Yisrael, V'go Alo, Varech et Midinat Yisrael. You want me to read more than one line?
I want you to read the whole thing.
Oh dear, okay.
Ah,
Reshit Timichat, Geulatenu, Hagan Aleha. Be'evrat Hasdecha Ufros Aleha Sukat Shelomecha Ushlach Orecha Va'amitecha Lerashecha Sarecha V'yo Aterha V'tak name V'etza Sova Mil V'necha Hazak Et Yadei Medina Eretz Kad
okay, so things that come from Kadosh, Kod Shenu.
Kodshenu. Oh, okay, it's an or. Kodshenu.
Mhm.
V'chan hi lame Eloheinu Yoshua Va'aseret Nitzachon Ti'asram V'natata Shalom Ba'aretz V'shimchat Olam V'leyoshvecha V'nomar Amen.
Hallelujah. All
Yay!
right, brava, bravissima.
Very nice.
Okay, so that I'm showing you that by now you can do a sustained reading. So if I were the president of the sisterhood, I would say, Dorothy, would you read the prayer for State of Israel at the Sisterhood Shabbat, the Ivrit in Hebrew? And she would
Great,
say,
I know.
you got this. No, ein baya, no problem. Betach, sure.
Good job.
Yofi, Asa Yofi, great, great, good job, beautiful. Okay,
It's
Sandra,
unique.
you want to take a crack at it?
Me, I have difficulty reading because the print is too small. When I was in Lamar's class, she put it on the screen and made it bigger.
Okay,
So I have difficulty reading it
do
in the
you have a printer at home?
a printer.
Yeah.
Sure.
So if I send it to you, can you enlarge it and then you would have a copy of something, you know, we can do it 100,
Yeah. Sure.
you can do it 1.5 times. Okay, I'll send it to you and
I bought a magnifying glass.
I have a
oh,
magnifying
she
glass,
has-
but it's not good enough.
Oh,
I'll
this one is
send it,
pretty
I'll
good.
send it in large print. I'll enlarge it. And instead of in that.
Can you
little-
hear me?
Now
Yeah.
I can, yes.
Oh, I didn't know if it was my phone or what. Sorry.
No, we can hear you. You're
I
good.
lost
We can-
count.
All right, that was wonderful. Dorothy, A+. Olive plus. Give yourself a pat on the back. All right. So some of the mistakes were so minor that when you're reading it, it does not distort the words. If it's an or an you know, just think about this. There's only a small percentage of women who are taking these classes. And I should really take my own advice, but I'm crazy when it comes to Torah reading, you know, that I want it to be perfect and I drill myself until I'm like, so my husband always says, the rabbi and the cantor, they'll know if you make a mistake. And then there's a Gabbai Rishon who will correct you. But nobody else out there is really going to be following it or know that you made a mistake. So why are you so nervous? Can't help it.
I would be the same way.
The same thing, I come up there and I can do it. I could do it. I did it before. I've done it all week. I can do it in zip, go right through it for 5 minutes or however long it takes without a mistake. I get up there and my adrenaline takes over and my hands starts to go like that.
Yeah, Carol, a friend of mine who reads Torah a lot, she said, in the kitchen, it works. On the bima, it's another story.
It's
You
like,
get nervous. You get nervous.
I have been a teacher since I'm 21. I don't want to tell you how many years, but it's been a long time. And it doesn't happen to me when I'm in front of a class. I could teach a group of 200 people and I wouldn't be nervous, but somehow with the Hebrew, it's not my native language and it's all memory. And already the brain is shut, so that's the part. Okay, who's gonna do this again? Step right up. All right, Diane.
And you called on me before.
Right, she was sharpening her wits.
Avinu, Shabbat Shemayim, Sur Yisrael v'Goalo. Barech et midnei mina. I can't say.
No. Look at the next letter.
Medina. Is that right?
Medinat.
Medinat. Oh, I really can't see today. Yisrael. Reshit. Simchat.
Look at it carefully. Letter, dancing partners. Letter and vowel.
Samichat.
Correct.
Geulatenu.
Mhm.
Again, Aleha. Be'evarat.
Mhm.
Chasdecha ufrosh.
Gross.
Aleha sukat shalomecha. Ushlach. That's right. Okay. Ushlach. I wrote over that word. Orecha.
Orcha.
What is it?
Orcha.
Orcha. What did I say? I don't even know what I said.
I'm not gonna tell you what wrong answer.
V'amitcha lira sheha sareha v'yoaseha v'tak name be'esa tova milfanecha chasek
Hazek.
Hazek. I'm like, it's not coming out right. Hazek et Yedei Megine Eretz Kodshenu Vahani Hilem Vahani Hilem
The Han Chilem. That's the end of the syllable. The Han Chilem. Keep going.
Vahani
Doing great.
Hilem Eloheinu Yeshua Va'ateret Nitzachon Ta'apraim, because that's a P, right? Ta'apraim.
It's a tet. Forget the dot in the middle.
Oh, it's a tet.
Frame.
Ta'atraim. That
Mhm.
I didn't sound right when I said it. Okay. Vinataha.
Natata.
Vinatata. Shalom. Ba'aretz. V'simchat olam. Liyosh beha. Vinomar amen.
Bravo. Okay, I just want you guys to know how far you've come from the beginning class. Okay, you come very, very far. And I believe that you can read this and there's a lot of words that will jump out at you. Phrases like Sukkot Shlomecha. For our Sisterhood Shabbat, it's not the same one that Women's League had the date. Ours is going to be in March, like March 17th or something like that. I don't know if we have to come dressed as leprechauns or whatever, but anyway, they're going to do, instead of doing a Devar Torah, they're asking several of us to write a meditation on a particular tefillah that you like. So in the Friday night Hashkivenu, there's this phrase that comes here, Sukkot Shlomecha. And anyway, I love the prayers for peace that we're doing today. So I am going to write a meditation on how I feel about the prayer for peace, especially in a world which is not peaceful. Yeah. And they asked me to read the prayer for peace about a week ago in English, and I went up and I said prayer for peace, and boy, do we need it, you know, a little ad-libbing. But really, I'm going to put my feelings, you know. All right, so that's really good. Now, I am going to do it line by line, and you're all going to say it after me. And listen carefully, and I want 100% correct pronunciation, okay? To the best you can. We'll start with the beginning. Avinu Shabashamayim,
Avinu
Avinu
Shabbat
Shabbat
Shemayim.
Tzur Yisrael V'Goalo,
Zor
Yisrael.
Goalo.
Barech et Medinat Yisrael,
Barech
Et
et
Israel.
Reshit Tzmichat,
Tzimchat
Geulatenu,
Geulatenu.
Hagen Alecha,
Hagen Alecha.
Evrat Chasdecha, Chasdecha. You see where the metzeg is, at the stress, the up and down line, there's a vertical line, chasdecha, so that's where you have to put the stress. Ufros aleha,
Rose
sukat shalomecha, ushlach orcha ba'amitcha, lerashecha, sarecha, yoatseha. Okay, so you see that word rosh in the Rashecha, it means like the heads of state. Okay, to the heads, like tribal heads and the head politicians, Rashecha, your heads of state. Okay. V'takneim be'etzah tova, etzah tova, mil fanecha. Okay, lifnei is before. Mil fanecha means before you, literally, literally before you, like putting these before your face. Okay, mil fanecha. Chazek et yedei. Right, chazak, that's strengthen. Chazek, strengthen the hands of Meginei Eretz Kodesh, the defenders of the land of Israel. Strengthen, in other words, the Israeli army, right? Okay. Chazek et Yedei Meginei Eretz Kodeshenu.
Hazak,
Kodeshenu. Vehan Chilem Elohim. Oh, I'm sorry, Eloheinu, my bad. Yeshua, that's redemption. Va'ateret, Nitzachon. Okay, that means a crown of victory, that phrase. Ateret, Nitzachon is victory. Ta'atrem. So there it's used as a verb. And crown with victory, and crown with the crown of victory. Crown them, the army, with the crown of victory. Vinatata shalom. Ba'aretz. Simchat olam. Everlasting joy. Okay. Lioshveha. The shade means sit, the ones who dwell, the dwellers, the inhabitants. Okay, Vinomar Amen. Okay, so this is a really nice, if you want to, hook on to a particular prayer that you want to learn, practice, reading this like you would practice a Torah reading, say it again and again, read it out loud. And I think you can get the words and the concepts are so beautiful in this prayer for peace. And so needed, so necessary nowadays. I mean, we're living in a world which is balagan. It's just a very mixed up mess. If people from Congress are yelling out, liar, liar, pants on fire or whatever, like this is not what we're used to. Okay, so let's take a look at the second one. The second one is another prayer for peace. It is in the Shabbat Musaf, in the morning Shabbat Musaf service, the seventh bracha I have in Sim Shalom 191. So Sim Shalom. We've done this too. We went through the whole of the Amidah, and it's the prayer for peace. Now, on that same page, if you can find it, you have the Kohanim's blessing. Okay, it says during the repetition of the Amidah, the leader recites the Birkat, the blessing of Birkat from Bracha, Kohanim. Okay, and on Friday night, tonight, so we bless the children, and then we say the blessing for everybody. And we make a circle. I told you we put hands on heads, no matter who's here, if it's just my husband and myself, we just to each other. And we bless the children, the boys, the girls. The boys always come first. It's a man's world. We bless the boys in the family. We bless the women and each other. And then we say this. I'm going to read it to you. And this is the Birkat, blessing of the Kohanim, And you probably have heard this on a holiday like Yom Kippur, Rosh Hashanah. The Kohanim come to the Bima and they say Amen. They repeat certain words after the Chazan. So this is the way it goes.
Carol, what page is that in Lev Shalem?
Lev Shalem is 191.
Thank you.
Sim Shalom.
Not ours.
And Sim Shalom, well, if you have the big Sim Shalom, it's 453.
Aha.
Aha. Oh.
And what about this one?
No, that's,
Is that the skinny one?
Yep,
Well, then you'll have to find Musaf. Look in the table of contents and find the Musaf,
I
Okay.
found Musaf.
and you'll
I
find it.
got Musaf.
Yeah, Musaf begins on page 156. in
Yeah, I
that
found
book.
Musaf.
Okay, so we
Yeah,
keep
Musaf
down
and
Musaf. You have to go keep going until there's the Birkat HaChodesh, the blessings of the new month, and you're taking out the Torah. I don't know. It's then there's the prayer where you bow down. Modim anachnu lach. That's part of the Amidah where you bow forward. And it's on the next page. Sim Shalom. Okay. So Sim means make peace. Again, it's an imperative. Sim Shalom, make peace. So we're not just, we're saying this is a command. The reading of this one is also lovely. If somebody want to read it in Charlene, you want to read it in English? Did you find it?
I can't find it yet.
I can't find
It's
it.
just,
All right.
Can I just ask you one more question before you get started? So I'm on page 453 and you said this is the Kohanim blessing?
You're in the Sim Shalom.
Yes.
It's in the middle of the page.
Okay.
Keep going down.
Let me see.
So it says, okay, there's the on Shabbat before Yom Kippur, and the next one says reader during repetition of Amidah.
Yeah, look at the end of that paragraph. You'll see the Kohanim there.
I can't find it.
See the Kohan, it's in
Oh,
little
okay.
print.
It's like a
Yivarechacha,
5 lines. Okay.
it's right before Sim
Yeah.
Shalom. Good.
I just wanted to add one more thing. In my shul, when they say this, he takes his shoes off.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's like with Moses, you're standing on holy ground.
Yeah, that's all.
That's interesting. That's cool. I like that. So here's the, Elizabeth, you want to read the translation of, well, here, it's in small print. I'll read it. So this is the Kohanim's blessing. May Adonai bless and protect you. And then they say, Kain Yehi Ratzon, so may it be his will. May Adonai's countenance, his face, shine upon you. And may Adonai bestow kindness upon you. And then Kain Yehi Ratzon. We don't say that Friday night when we're doing it after we bless the children. May Adonai's countenance be lifted toward you, and may Adonai grant you peace. So it's really nice. It gives you on a Friday night when we say that, it gives you like a kind of a calm feeling, you know, you don't feel alone. You do feel like you have a partner in the universe. I don't know, it's, my husband calls me, my wife, the fanatic. No, but it really is. The words are beautiful. Who's going to tell you this? Who's going to say this to you? Right? But you'll be blessed and all the rest. People don't usually go and say, oh, you'll be blessed, my child, you know. They don't say
I
this.
send it to
nice.
my kids every Shabbat. I send them a Shabbat note and I include this.
That's lovely. That's a great
Yeah.
idea. Beautiful idea. So let's say it without the Kain Yehi Ratzon. Okay, we're just going to say what we actually would do tonight after we do the blessing for the boys, for the males and the females, and then we say this special prayer. Okay, so Yivarechacha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
Yivarechecha Adonai
Adonai.
Yishmerecha.
So in Yivarechacha, do you see the root, the shoresh? Without looking it up?
Yes, correct.
Baruch. What does Baruch mean?
Bless.
Bless. Yivarechacha Adonai, may God bless you. V'yishmerecha, what does shamor mean?
Guard.
And guard. Okay, so protect. It's like my dog when somebody comes to the door. Ruff, 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 ruff. He's a guard dog. He watches. He's big mush. Then he goes in reverse, but he's ostensibly protecting me, right? So Yivarechacha Adonai v'yishmerecha, and the translation said, "May God bless and protect you." So nice. Such a nice concept. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
Ya'er Adonai.
Air Adonai Panav
Panav elecha v'chuneka.
Unecha.
Ka at the end.
Ka.
That has a dot there, it's pronounced
Ka.
v'chuneka. Then it says, may God's countenance. Now, in Hebrew, just like I was teaching you last week, the word Elohim is in the plural. But how do you reconcile that when we say Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad? The word for God, Elohim, not Adon, but Elohim is in the plural. So then you wonder, well, we say God is one, but how come that name of God is in the plural? So I think it's meant that God and his hosts and the angels, all of the emanations that are holy. Okay, because you have Adon Olam, Lord of the universe. Okay, so that's same thing. The word face is panim. So I say to my dog, oh, what a zis punim. In Yiddish, it's punim. That's a plural word, like cheeks, panim. So they deal with it like a plural word. So it says, Yivarecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, may bless and guard you. Ya'er, shine, God will shine. Panav, the Yud Vav ending is a plural. It's like, you don't translate it, he will shine his faces, God's face, but panim. So the grammar, panav, when you see a Yud Vav ending, it's with a noun, it's like his face. But panim is a plural word, but you translate it as his face. Okay. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha, may he lift up, may his countenance shine, elecha, on you, v'chuneka, and may he be kind to you, generous. Hanach. And then, Yisa Adonai Panav Elecha. Go ahead.
Adonai, Panav,
Panav.
Elecha.
There's the word
Elecha.
Panav again. Make sure you can pronounce that. Panav. Yud Vav,
Panav.
the end is Av. Panav. Yisa Adonai Panav Elecha.
Elecha.
V'yasem lecha shalom.
Yes.
Same.
Elecha. Shalom.
So we use the word lasim. The word lasim really means put, like put peace in the world. The yasem, and he will put upon you peace. He will make peace for you. Okay, the yasem. And they translate it as grant, and they God grant you peace. But lasim means to put. Sim shalom. We say put peace, but we say make peace. And the way you translate different idioms from language to language varies, right? Okay, I gave my ESL class the expression an apple a day keeps the doctor away. And in Spanish, it was like buena comida aleja el doctor or something like that, keeps the doctor away. But you know, you translate from language to language differently. Do you know how to say that in Spanish? Good food, la buena comida es la mejor medicina.
Oh,
The
Okay,
best
good-
medicine.
Good food is the best medicine. And when that's translated into English, it's an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Okay, I don't see the word manzana in that expression, but be that as it may. Okay, so now we're going to say the whole thing together, right? Slowly, because this is the Birkat Kohanim. It's important. 1, 2, 3. Yevarecha Adonai
Adonai.
v'yishmerecha. V'yishmerecha.
The Yishmerecha.
Ya'er Adonai
Ya'er
Adonai.
Panav Elecha
Hanav
Einav Elecha.
V'chuneka
Vichunecha.
Necha.
Yisa Adonai Panav
Yisah
Yisa Adonai Panav
Elecha
Elecha.
V'yasem Lecha Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.
Oh,
All right, now we're going to finish.
Colleen, did you find it in that book or you just?
Yeah,
repeated
I
it?
found it,
What page?
page 177,
Okay.
a little bit more than about 2/3 down.
Good. Okay, so like I said, the 7th blessing of the Amidah, on Shabbat, like 7 days of the week, there are 7 blessings, 7
Oh,
brachot.
thank you.
You're
Sure.
welcome.
Thank you, Charlene. Toda
Sure.
rabba. In the weekday Amidah, there's how many?
6.
18.
18, but it's really 19 if you count it. Shmona Esrei, 10. Shmona is Chat, Shtaim, Shalosh, Arba, Chamesh, Shesh, Sheva, Shmona, 8. Shmona Esrei is 18, but it's really 19 if you count them. Okay, and you know when it says Baruch Atah Adonai, that is the ending of the bracha. That's the ending of the blessing. Okay, you know when you come to an end. Okay, so here's Sim Shalom, and we're going to see this with this one too, because the end is right down there. So Sim, grant peace to the world. Sim Shalom Ba'olam. Boy, we do need that. I feel that so strongly. Tova ubracha, goodness and blessing. Chen v'chesed v'rachamim. Oh, these are all really nice words. Okay, grace, chen v'chesed, and compassion v'rachamim, and mercy. Aleinu, on us. V'al kol Yisrael amecha, and on all of your nation Israel. That would be the concept of Klal Yisrael. We are all Israel. Barchenu, bless us. Avinu, our father. Kulanu, all of us. Ke'echad, as one. Bless us as a people, as a nation. Be'or, with light. There's a word or again. Panecha, with the light of your face, not faces. God is not two-faced, just one face. Ki, because the or panecha, with the light of your face, natata lanu, you gave us, Adonai Eloheinu, Lord our God, Torat Chaim, the Torah of life, the Ahavat Chesed, and the love of compassion, Utzdaka, and charity, Uvracha, and blessing, Rachamim, and mercy, V'chaim, and life, V'shalom, and peace. These are the virtues. These are all the things you taught us. V'tov V'einecha, and if it's good in your eyes, Levarech et Amcha Yisrael, to bless, there's the verb, Levarech, to bless, et we don't translate, it's before direct object, Amcha, your nation, Yisrael. Bechol, eight there means season, time, season, in every season, Uvechol Sha'ah, and every hour, at every hour, Bishlomecha, with your peace. Nice. It's really beautiful. It's very beautiful. I mean, here, grant peace to the world, goodness and blessing, grace, love, and compassion for us and for all the people Israel. Bless us, our Creator, united as one with the light of your presence. By that light, Adonai, our God, you have given us a guide to life. We should teach this in the public school, honestly. This is like ethics. No, I'm serious. They don't teach ethics anymore. People act like barbarians to one another. Okay, so this is a guide. A lot of children don't tell their children how to behave. A guide to life, the love of kindness. Do we see that around us? Generosity, blessing, compassion, life, and peace. May it please you to bless your people, Israel, at every season and at all times with your gift. Matana, this is a gift of peace. Okay, I paired those two, the Sim Shalom, with the first one. That is the end, and it ends, as I said, with the formula Baruch Atah Adonai Hamivarech et Amo Yisrael Bashalom. Blessed is the Lord our God who blesses your people Israel with peace. And on that note, that's how we end the Amidah. That is the seventh blessing. It leaves you with a feeling of peace, that you've been given a gift and you should act out that gift. It's just that, I don't know. I don't see that around me a lot. I'll tell you, we had a really nice, I want to just tell you quickly of a really nice moment. One of the ladies in our class who's from Mexico, Maria Elena, had a birthday last week and she was going to bring a cake and she didn't. So she said, oh, I forgot to bring a cake for my birthday. I said, I will bake you a beautiful birthday cake. I'll make you a birthday cake. So I made from scratch a chocolate cake with chocolate frosting, everything from scratch, from the Hershey's cocoa. And I brought it to her and I put cherries on it and I got a nice tablecloth and I got plates that said birthday princess. And she was very, very delighted. I even found a pen that had like a little jewel tip on the end. I said, here's your scepter. So she was very happy. So we all ate. And you think of people who are from Asia not liking sweets too much because there are not that many Asian bakeries. There are some if you go to Chinatown in New York. And the guy from Pakistan and the ones from Korea and the students from and the one from Chinese. I said, this is so good. You know, I didn't imagine they'd like something sweet. Anyway, then this was the moment that was wonderful. We all sang to her in English. And then those who know Spanish sang in Spanish. The Koreans sang in Korean, happy birthday. The Chinese woman who calls herself Amy, she has a Chinese name. She says, you can call me Amy. Okay. She sang in Chinese. The guy from Turkey, Turkish, the guy from Pakistan, they all sang happy birthday in all the languages. It was just like a moment. I wish I had that videoed. It was just like when you feel chills, you know, it was just a wonderful moment. And they were laughing and we were taking pictures, you know, we took a group picture and it was like, that's the way it should be. That is a moment. That's the way people should be to each other. And it was just a feeling of comradeship, compassion. We were all having fun together, laughing. And so at the end of the evening, the guy from Haiti comes up to me, a Haitian friend, and he says, "My birthday's in March. You're going to make me a birthday cake?"
There you go.
I said, "For you, I will." So another one said, "Me too. My birthday's in March." "Okay, don't worry, I'll make you cake in March." We'll be taking orders. So I mean, that was the kind of thing that comes along once in a while. It was an intangible feeling in the air that it didn't matter where people were from. They were just together. It was just a feeling of biachad. It was a really lovely moment. And I went home and I felt really good, like, yeah, I was teaching them English, but I think they learned a lot more than English that night. It was just a really nice feeling. And one more quick thing. You might have gotten in the mail a mailing from Doctors Without Borders, Médecins Sans Frontières. Well, I didn't. Maybe I've given to them before. Everybody has my name. So they used to send a very inexpensive, very cheap pen. It would break pretty fast. Now they sent a pen that has a light, and if you pull off one end, it's a pen, and pull off the other end, it is a screwdriver. It's a really nice utility pen. But the thing that was really, so I made a donation, but the reason is they sent a letter, and these doctors go all over the world and they take care of people who haven't got money. This was, these people were in Belgian Congo, they were in Africa, and the doctor was woken up in the middle of the night. The hospital said, "You've got to come immediately. There's a woman in labor and she's having trouble. And if you don't come, she's going to die and the baby's going to die." So this surgeon goes running to the hospital and there's a power out. So I turned the lights off in the classroom and I said, imagine he just cut her open and now he's got to take the baby out and he's got to operate on this woman to try to save 2 lives. So I turned off the lights and they go, "Oh, imagine him, how then he said, somebody, apparently there's a light that they have when they look down your throat. Somebody brought this little light and put it over. Another one came with a cell phone. And then 6 more people came with their cell phones and they put their cell phone light on and he was able to save the baby and the woman." And I thought, wow, that is so amazing. So I sent him a donation. I just thought that, I once had services of a doctor in Albert Einstein Hospital. I needed a skin graft on my instep because they had done an operation. Anyway, he took it from my thigh. This doctor used to go to, I don't know if it was Korea or the Philippines during his vacation every year. And he was a member of this organization. And that was his vacation, operating, helping people. So that was just, again, an amazing human being, right? He takes his vacation and 2 weeks or whatever he spent in Asia working on people who had to have skin grafts on their face from being in war or burning or whatever. That was amazing. So I remembered him and in his honor. So there are really fantastic people around, but we have to be them. Dorothy?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that the synagogue that I grew up in, that married my husband and I and buried my father, the rabbi, he ended every service with the end of this prayer. "May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, my rock and my redeemer. May the one who brings peace to his universe bring peace to us and to all the people Israel. Amen." And so I almost know that by heart because I heard it so often from him. And
That's Oseh Shalom.
Yeah.
Shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'yalchol
That's
Yisrael
it, yeah.
b'mromav. Yeah,
And
that's.
he said it in English so that everybody could understand.
I think that's wonderful. I think we really need more of that, and not fighting that's going on in the government and fighting with people. Charlene?
I was going to show you my scepter.
That's the pen.
It's a
I have
pen.
one.
I got it at Women's League. We had a paid up luncheon for paid up members and a guest speaker and all that. And everybody got a pen and paper by their place. And you weren't allowed to trade, and this is what I got.
She was so tickled by it,
Yeah, so I have my scepter. with the
Yes.
big diamond, because that's my birthstone.
I love it. That's, so it's funny. It's a little things like that,
Yeah,
right?
and it's heavy.
Oh, this one, well, not that heavy, but it's a pen and, it's an
Well,
inexpensive.
this is a
pen.
pen too.
I saw it and I said, I gotta get that, I want you to practice these two things. The one that's for the prayer for the state of Israel. There's a lot of guidelines there. There are a lot of words that are familiar, a lot of roots. And the same thing, the seventh bracha, the prayer for peace. And that's how we end the Amidah, the Musaf Amidah, Tefillah Shalom. Next week, I am going to get into serious text. We're going to get into the Megillah. And last year what I did was I took phrases and I put them together. Do you call that a pastiche? I like I cut and pasted phrases from the Megillah that were important. I didn't just follow straight the text. I just picked out sections that the students probably would be able to be familiar with the names, Haman and Mordechai and Esther. And I went through every chapter that way. I will send that to you on next Wednesday, or even Tuesday, so you have to look at it. And there's vocabulary. I think I put vocabulary on that too. And so while you may not be able to chant, I can't chant. I don't know that trope. I can't do it.
I'm reading Megillah and I didn't learn the trope. I just memorized the portion that she gave me because it's so different and it's ooey and ari. It's just different,
Well, maybe you can sing that for us.
Sure, next week I'll be happy to.
She's gonna do it on Purim?
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Thank you.
Purim is what? Early in March, isn't it?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, and maybe I'll send a recipe for hamantashen. That seems to be good. I did a video for the synagogue, making hamantashen, and it was a funny video. And I made the video, and then they took it and they they speeded it up. Who's that English comedian? They speeded the whole thing up, like and I'm pouring things like this. It's very funny.
Oh, that is funny.
Yeah, it was funny. Well, I mean, Purim's supposed to be, funny. So Shabbat Shalom, it's 2:30. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom. I have a question.
Yes,
I have a
Diane.
question for Elizabeth. What were you drinking? It looked really good.
Oh, it was coffee, but I just put it in a fancy cup.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I have coffee, not in a fancy cup.
Oh, very
Okay.
nice. All right, so
I am.
hang on to your fancy hats. Next week, we start Purim.
Okay.
All
Shabbat
right,
shalom,
and if you
everybody.
know a
Shalom.
good song for Purim, maybe we'll sing a song too. Okay. Have a
Thank
good one.
you.
Shabbat shalom. Okay.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Hello.
Sandra, you there?
Yeah,
Are you okay?
sure.
All right. Do you think you'll be all right in this class?
Well, I had difficulty finding it in the Siddur,
Uh-huh.
so that was a problem.
Okay. Well, there's Slim Shalom, they call it. The Sim Shalom was published more recently into 2 volumes, 2 slim ones. So that's why the pages. I can send you those prayers, but enlarged.
Oh, that.
What were you working on in Limor's class?
Well, we were working on Friday night service, also Shabbat service, all the prayers.
Okay.
And, but she used to put the prayers up on the screen and enlarge it so I could read it.
Yeah.
I have
I
difficulty.
have
reading.
trouble doing that technologically, so I send them and I try to make them a little bigger. I send attachments, but I mean, in terms of the Hebrew, you able to keep up?
I think I could keep up.
Okay. All right. So we are going to do Purim. We're going to do, I like to take from the real text. So we'll do some from the Megillah. And then we'll spend a couple of weeks on in March getting ready for Passover, for Pesach. We do a lot of readings, a lot of songs on Passover.
Right.
So,
Okay.
okay, that's what we like. I like to take the, from the text. If it's a holiday, when it was in September, I taught them prayers for, Yom Kippur and, Rosh Hashanah. And then we did things for Hanukkah. There's a special, section in the Amidah that you put in for Hanukkah, and it talks about the Maccabees. There's also a special section that they put in the Amidah for Purim, and I'll find that and try to send that out too. So they're really very lovely women. And there's one that was not able to come. Did you know of Francine Krauss? Do you know her?
No.
Oh, I thought she.
But I
might-
wanted to tell you, the shul that I belong to, they do not do the prayer for Israel. The rabbi does the prayer for our country, but not for Israel. And my son and I, when we go, we're astonished that this is the only temple that I've ever gone to that didn't do the prayer for Israel, and I don't understand it.
Did you talk to him?
No, I haven't. But it's just amazing that he skips over it.
Is he pro-Palestinian? Is he very much?
No, I don't think so.
Well, every service I've ever been to, they say the prayer for Israel. I am agreeing.
I mean,
with-
every temple I've ever been affiliated, we always did it,
yeah.
but
And it's a beautiful prayer, and I don't see anything wrong with that. Anyway, so we hope you'll join our little band. These ladies are very they're lovely, they're fun to work with, they have good sense of humor. And there's another one, she wasn't able to come today, she's great too. So I think you'll fit right in with us, we're practicing the Hebrew. I wanted to practice fluency with them today. And when it's a new text, because we had already gone over those two things, so I wanted to bring them back. And I can't tell you how many times I've done Ashrei. Ashrei is coming out of my ears, but we did it. All right, so next
thank
week, Purim. Okay,
thank you.
all right, good to see you.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.